Well, for me, when I was going through breast cancer and actually writing about it, at first my impulse was to just like get it off me for that reason. I would never use the word "my" in front of breast cancer because I didn't want to own it. I didn't want to internalize it. I wanted to just put it on the paper and not have it on me. And that was really, really helpful to me. So I say to women, you know, when they say, what do I do? How do I deal with this? I always say, get it off your chest, girls. Write, write, write. Get it off you and get it on the paper and then just put it out there and get it just off you. So for me, like, that's how I dealt with this creatively. And I also believe that as an artist and as a creative person, and we're all creative people, each and every one of you is creative, I like to think in terms of, okay, the dream, which is how do I want to live my life? How do I want to approach my life? What kind of person am I? How do I want to leave the planet? And I try to draw that literally, like with my hand, or imagine it and try to live my life in that way. So that's my creative approach.
Now, you've done some amazing creative work in your life. What's your process?
Wow. You know, I started creating when I was a child. And so this, you know, I didn't go to school. I didn't, you know, I wasn't studied on this. And to me, it was an act of being still and of dreaming. And then something opens up, and something comes through, and all of a sudden you're writing this or singing this, and you are inspired by that which has come before you and the music that you've heard. And starting at 10 years old, I started dreaming, and it is about creativity and intention are woven together, because you find that this creativity which comes through, and now my work then is immediate. You guys, yours is a long-term process of patience. Mine, I write this piece of music, I create this, I take it from the cosmos, the consciousness, whatever that is, you bring it through, and then I put it out and into these other energy beings out here, and then something immediately comes back. And it's this awesome energy flow that then becomes a path, a well-worn path in me. And as I got older and older, it was easier and easier to just hook up to it. It's just like, okay, and all I had to do was just be still and be alone, and okay, come on. and as this coupled with the intention, and that intention of a teenager, of I want to be a rock star, I want to be rich and famous, you know, and you put that desire behind it, that intention behind it, and that's like rocket fuel. You can just go anywhere if you're focused on it. And I found myself there, and the saying, you know, be careful what you ask for, because you're going to get it, is so true, because you find yourself then, I found myself in a world where, oh yeah, I was rich and famous, and now what? You know, that is not the be-all, end-all. That was the ideal dream, sort of, that our culture again puts in front of us. Yet the creativity never changes. That was the gift. That was the life's blood. That was the thing that I loved to do. So there came a point, cancer, when I went through the cancer, I love your whole changing everything. I hate to use the word breast cancer victim. I don't like that at all. And I struggle with survivor, but I understand we've made that a very positive thing, so I'm okay with that. But the creativity part, once I went through the cancer and got out the other side, I said, this is I'm going to do what I love to do every day, no matter what. And that then, I believe, circles around to health. We are creative beings. Every day we create, and if you create what you love, you're going to love what you create, and your life is the environment of your life is going to be better.
I actually have an image, because you know, you and I talk about this a lot, and you know, I was just inspired by what you said, Melissa, about opening your mind up to the cosmos, and Larry, you have said we've already cured cancer, that we just don't know it yet. So I just want to put it out there. I want to visualize all the amazing researchers here and all over the world visualizing the cure to cancer coming through from the cosmos, just like Melissa talked about, into their head and putting it out there and putting the cure out, like right now.
I like that.
Let me clarify that comment. I don't want you to think that I've got a little secret drawer somewhere where I have the cure for cancer and I'm not releasing it. Is that if you look at the history of medicine, the history of science, when a major discovery is made, it's always very apparent that all the pieces were there to make that discovery years earlier. Always. Sometimes a long time before, and then it was, and when the final thing happens, the piece gets put, people saying, my God, we should have thought of that 30 years ago. I mean, it was right there, it was right in front of our eyes, we just didn't see it right. I have a strong feeling that either all the facts are somewhat there or all very obtainable with modern techniques of science and connecting it all together, and that it can get together, very rapidly. And that's really what BCRF is really all about. This is really where the concept came from, and Evelyn mentioned it when it was really sort of founded, is to allow people to be creative in a way that the normal grants-making process doesn't. The normal grants-making process really essentially rewards you for work you've already done, and you have to sort of guarantee you're going to have results at a certain point so you can get renewed, your grant renewed, so you don't take really great chances. And we really try to open it up. And this image, I think is a very valid image, as I think that if we were a little bit more confident in funding, frankly, I think we'd see a lot more happening in this direction. I mean, I hate to say this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, is that if you put together everything that Americans spend on cancer research, all cancer, not just breast cancer, all cancer research, is the National Cancer Institute budget is around $5 billion. The philanthropy contributes about another $1 billion, and in past years, the pharmaceutical industry and biotech industry has put in another $5 billion or so. It's about 10% of their budget. Their research budget's gone way down, so it's actually less than that. So we're talking about less than $11 billion total. The tobacco advertising budget is $17 billion. I just want to put things really sort of in perspective. Soft drink market, $68 billion. All right. And I can name many other things that are in the hundreds of billions of dollars in terms of what Americans are willing to sort of spend money on. So frankly, what we've been able to achieve so far, considering how much we've put behind it, remember, I'm talking about somebody coming from Mars and seeing the whole global enterprise, saying what humans have done to solve this problem is really minuscule compared to what we've done to develop better soft drinks, for example, and which kind of make us chubby and can contribute to cancers and other kinds of things, diabetes and so on. So the fact is that it's remarkable where we've gone, and I think where we can go further with this could be really truly astonishing if we continue this kind of dialogue and these kind of connections.
That's where people can. That's where everyday people can make a difference. When you make a choice, when you choose a soft drink over water, when you make that personal choice to make healthier choices in your life, these companies hear that. And that's the only way it's going to change. You can't look at a business that makes $70 billion and tell them, hey, you need to be healthier. No. You guys have to make that choice. Every day, 3 times a day, you vote, you choose, you're telling these people what you will buy and what you will do.